So, about 4 days ago, I reached 5,000 subscribers on YouTube. This is huge for me, like, such a big deal for me since I only started YouTube about, I'd say, 4 or 5 months ago is when I started my actual Overwatch YouTube channel. So, I just wanted to say thank you again so much to everybody, and I asked you all what you wanted me to do um, to kind of like celebrate the 5,000 subscriber milestone. And the response that I got back the most was you guys wanted me to make a Q&A video. So I opened up a chat or comment section in a YouTube video for you guys to ask questions. I did the same on my Instagram, and I've gotten a lot of questions that I'm going to answer right now. So without further ado, I'm gonna hop right in. So the first question is from Unlucky Gamer, who asks, have you ever eaten a wet carrot? Just kidding. My real question is, what was the first game you ever played? Well, while I have played games my entire life, since literally I was like a kid, I can't remember exactly what my very, very, very first game was, but it had to be something, if not on the Nintendo 64, then maybe one of the first Pokemon games, like, or actually the first Pokemon game. Um, yeah, or even maybe an Atari game because I know I used to play that with my parents a lot. So, yeah, just something that's like really old and outdated because I've been gaming since like, yeah, like a whole long time. Olivia asks, would you ever make Crystal Rain merchandise for fans, like a t-shirt slash hoodie with a wet carrot on it or something? While the idea is definitely a possibility, I just don't think that it's something that I would consider doing anywhere in the near future. I am at 5,000 subscribers, and while that's a big deal to me, I don't think it's a big deal enough to start making merchandise and stuff like that. But if I do end up growing further on YouTube, which I really hope I do, then it's definitely a possibility in the future. And I'd probably make like some funny merchandise, like some Mimi Overwatch stuff. I don't know, something like that. The Cave Junkie asks, what console do you use? I play on PlayStation 4. When is your birthday? My birthday is July 14th. I am a Cancer, so shout out to all the other Cancers out there. This one cracks me up. So Blade6303 asks, do you have a boyfriend? Asking for a friend. Serious question. What kind of music do you like? I really like future bass trap music. So basically the music that you guys hear in my Overwatch videos in the background, that's kind of like the genre of music that I like. Not the particular songs that I use because I use a lot of like royalty free non-copyright music, but you kind of get the point with like the music that I like. Spectanimo asks, what are you currently planning to study or planning to study? I am currently in college for neuroscience and pre-law. While I might ditch the neuroscience, I'm not so sure because I found out chemistry is definitely not my friend. Yeah, I'm going to school for, right now I'm planning on doing medical malpractice law. But my main goal would be I really want to be a surgeon, a cardiothoracic surgeon, but I'm not so sure if that's possible unless I could get hang of chemistry. So wish me luck with that. And if anybody's like super good at chem, hit me up because I'm struggling big time. Adzer asks, what is your favorite place to travel to? Well, my favorite place to travel to would definitely have to be England. And while I have been to and know of places that I think would be a lot cooler to travel to, England is where I have my family, and to me, family comes before sightseeing and everything like that. And I don't know, I just love going to visit all my family in England. Just, yeah, I love going to visit. Call My Jeff asks, do you have a boyfriend? Well, I think your comment was kind of joking, but to answer your question, no, I do not have a boyfriend. Justin Barefoot asks, what made you decide to game on YouTube? Well, at first, I don't know, I just never really thought of YouTube as something I could see myself doing. Not because I wasn't interested by it, but whenever I thought of YouTube, I would just think of all the YouTubers that are already established and had so many subscribers, and I always thought I could never be one of them. Like, they'll just always be so far ahead of me. And that was just my mindset. I don't know, I just always thought of like Sniper Wolf actually, and PewDiePie and all these people with millions of subs, and I'm like, wow, they're so lucky that they get to do something they love. And I don't know, I wish I would have done it. But it was when I started watching Muselk that I realized, it's not too late. And at the same time, it's not about subscribers. It's about doing something you love. And I realized this watching Muselk's videos because I would just sit there and laugh so hard at his videos. And in reality, his videos are just him having a good time. And I just thought if he could bring a smile to my face, I want to do the same thing to my subscribers, whether it's one subscriber or 5,000 million bajillion trillion Google plus whatever subscribers, I just wanted to bring a smile to somebody's face, and I wanted to do that through something I love, which is gaming. And I couldn't be happier that it's not on the lower spectrum of what I thought it was. I'm at 5,000, even if that's the highest I'll ever get. I'm so happy because 5,000, you guys are awesome, and I really hope I bring a smile to at least some of your faces. Mr. Boogie asks, would you rather date a professional athlete and miss time spent with them, or date an esports athlete and have them home all day? This one, when I read it, I actually thought about this one the least. No brainer, I would definitely date an esports player. I don't know. I feel like I would have way more in common with them. While I am an athlete and I have played soccer for a lot of my life, I just connect so much more with gaming. And I've been in relationships in the past where the person I'm dating isn't into video games, and just it's kind of awkward at times. Like, they'll be like, hey, what are you doing today? And I'm like, I don't know, I feel like having an Overwatch sesh. What about you? And they're like, well, I kind of wanted to, like, go out and go clubbing. And I'm like, kind of want to, like, get my SR up in comp, you feel? So, I don't know, it's just always awkward. And I feel like dating a gamer, I know it sounds, like, stupid. And it's like, oh, my God, you're young, go out. But, like, I don't know, I'm just the type of person where I'd rather sit home and play games. So, yeah. And I feel like I get along with somebody much more that has that same mindset. What YouTubers do you watch, and do you like my icon? Is asked by Disguised Para. Well, I'll start off by answering your last question. Yes, I love your icon. Jeff Kaplan for the win. What YouTubers do you watch? Well, I feel like my YouTube channel is split into 3 distinct categories. You have first, obviously, the gaming aspect, which is mostly Overwatch. You have Muselk, Loser Fruit, Zilbrad, Stylosa, Your Overwatch, all those different types of Overwatch videos, whether it's like the funny ones or the informative ones or the how to be better at blah 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 ones, whatever. That's my one of the 3 parts of my YouTube. So then the second of the 3 is I just have this thing with ASMR videos. I don't know if you guys know what ASMR is or if you think it's weird or whatever, but I love ASMR. I listen to it like almost every night. So yeah, that's like a lot of YouTubers that I watch as well. And the third part of who I'm subscribed to and what I watch, and I'm not even actually subscribed. It just happens to be in my suggested feed because I watch it so much. But it's like those crazy like Dr. Phil, like, I'm 9 years old and I murdered both of my parents and now I'm a hooker on the street and I snort cocaine through my butthole and help Dr. Phil. Like, it's those really weird videos. I'm not even gonna, like, make excuses for myself. I don't know what I watch or why I watch it, but it's just, yeah, I'm just gonna leave that as is. A Postolos asked, what made you decide to start YouTube, and did you start by streaming or by posting pre-recorded videos of your gameplay? Well, the first part of your question I kind of answered before about the whole Muselk thing and how he inspired me to start YouTube, blah, 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 blah. The second part of your question, kind of started YouTube by streaming and doing pre-recorded videos kind of about the same time. I think the first time I really posted a video was about the same time that I did my first ever stream. Victoria on Overwatch asks, has that wet carrot DC traffic seen your toxic video, and has he said anything about it? Funny enough, he actually has seen my video. A friend of mine was playing in a game of comp and was like, hey, are you the same DC traffic from that video? And he was like, oh, the one of me yelling at 2 bitches? Yeah, that's me. So yeah, he's seen it. Daddy Ol asks, what are you scared of? I know this sounds kind of generic, but I'm really scared of failure. I don't know, just my past couple years of being in college, I've been on my own for the first time, living on my own, paying my own bills and rent and trying to balance school and work and everything. And I realize it's really hard. And I'm just scared of like the future and being able to do it. And I'm scared of not being able to be successful. And I know that the track I'm on a good track. Everybody's always like, oh my God, you're pre-med and you're pre-law, you're going to go so far. But I'm just scared of not being able to go far. And I know if I keep chugging, I'll be able to do it. But sometimes, I don't know, it really scares me thinking like how you don't know how the future is going to go. And I don't know what career I'm going to pursue and if I'm going to be successful and whatnot. And I think that's what I'm the most scared of. Who's the most inspirational person in your life? By the way, love ya and congrats is asked by Petra. Sorry if I butchered your name. First and foremost, love you too and thank you. And who's the most inspirational person in your life? Well, I can answer this two ways, and I'm going to answer this two ways. Most inspirational person, TLDR, I'd have to probably say my mom. Even though I don't always get along with her super well, she has been through a lot in her life, and she's still super, super strong and just a great person. And I don't know, you usually see when people go through a lot, they kind of ruin their life because of it. Like, they get depressed or they do bad things, or I don't know, they just make bad decisions. But my mom has used everything that ever happened to her negatively and turned it into a positive thing. And the second way I can answer this is somebody or two people that inspire me would be my little brothers. For those of you who know me well, my little brothers are literally everything to me. Like, I love them so much, and I just get so inspired by them and who they are as people and just how kind-hearted they are. Especially, I know they're little kids, but they're just so full of love and everything. And not only do they inspire me by how they are, but they inspire me to be a better person every day because I want to be the best I can for them because I feel like that's what they deserve. Sam asked another question. If you got to create an Overwatch character, what would they be like? Well, I have always been really intrigued by magic and stuff. Like, growing up playing Pokemon, I was always super, super, super fascinated by like psychic type Pokemon and stuff like that. And I feel like if they incorporated that into a new Overwatch character, it'd be really cool. Not like, I know a lot of you are thinking, but Crystal, what about Zenyatta? I mean, Zenyatta's cool and all, but I mean, he just kind of chucks balls in people's faces. Don't take that pervertedly, please. But I'm talking about like a full-on character that just does like, I don't even know. I can't even like think of stuff, but just some really cool magic stuff, like psychic ability, like I don't know, something super cool. And maybe like as an attack here as opposed to support like Zen is, because yeah, that'd be cool. Cool State 95 asked, what's my least favorite character? My least favorite character would have to be, sorry Torb mains, but Torb. Reason being, I know that there are good Torbs in the world, but there have just been too many Torbs that I have played on the team with, and they just go Torb to throw. Josh Grant asks, where are you from? I am from Florida, Southeast Florida. Anime Lover for Life asks, how old are you? I am 20. I'm turning 21 in July. I know, I'm super old. Fangirl4611 asks, how did you get into Overwatch, and do you main any other characters besides D.Va? I actually got into Overwatch because I had a lot of friends that worked at GameStop, and they kind of got me into it. And I got it actually at the pre-release, so I wasn't like late on the bandwagon or anything. But I've been completely obsessed since. So yeah, it's literally like the best thing ever. And yeah, well, D.Va is still one of my mains. In competitive am actually really flex. I prefer to play tanks. D.Va Zarya, just because sometimes I don't really trust my team, I guess you could say. I don't know, sometimes when I play support, because I'm flexing, I just kind of watch my team not do anything, and I'm like, well, shit. So I like to go D.Va, Zarya, Tracer, if I have the choice. But if I'm flexing, if I have to go heals, I usually play Zenyatta. I've been playing a little bit of Lucio lately because he's so broken with how much damage he does. It's crazy. But yeah, I'd say my actual mains would be Tracer, Diva, Zarya, and Zen. Xcore F Gaming asks, do you think your channel was ever going to get this big? Honestly, I never really thought about it. When I started posting YouTube videos, at first it was just kind of for fun, and they wouldn't be edited or anything. I would take like a clip of, hey, I think my first video was like, hey, I got a sextuple kill with a diva bomb without like a grav or any sort of help. That's pretty awesome. I'm gonna put that on YouTube and I'm gonna send it to my friend. And it kind of started with that, and I don't know, I just had so much fun making YouTube videos that I never really thought about it. I never really thought about the growth or anything, and it all just happened so fast that I didn't really have the time to think about it. But I couldn't be happier about where I am. I'm so happy at like the position that I'm in and everything. Silent Ninja 12 asks what my first favorite game was. God, I have so many first favorite games. Like, I know it's like you can only have one first favorite, but I had so many like at the same time. I think the first game that I ever played that I was completely obsessed with was Pokemon. But then right after that, I got into, on the GameCube, it was Sonic Adventure 2 Battle. And I just remember being so obsessed with that game. Like, I would no life it, and not just no life the story mode, but the Chow Garden. Like, and I actually to this day I still play the Chow Garden, and I actually just got another Chaos Chow the other day, and I think I really need to grow up. But now I just remember that being one of my first favorite games, like, of all time. That, Pokemon, and a little bit later on for PC, RuneScape. Like, I was so obsessed with that game. I was like a moderator and everything. It was crazy. Yeah, so those were like, I guess not first favorite, but first three, I guess you could say. Kale asks, when did you start streaming? Did I say screaming? Streaming. I'm sorry. I think I started streaming in roughly about February. Like, early February is when I started streaming. Victor asks, do you play Overwatch for PC or just PlayStation? As of right now, I only play Overwatch for PlayStation, but I do have some pretty big plans to move to PC. Question mark? His name is just question marks. He asked, were you bad at Overwatch the first time you played it? Oh my god, was I bad at Overwatch? Let me tell you. So, Overwatch was my first shooting game. I have been a hardcore gamer my whole life, but I've never really been into any sort of shooting games, whether it's first person or third person, before Overwatch. So, the first time I played Overwatch, not only was I awful at aiming, but I had no idea how to play the game, like the concept of the game. Like, I remember Bastion was like the first person I played. Whatever, I had fun playing him. And I also played Zenyatta. And I would use Zenyatta's ult to get back to the objective faster from spawn, like when I died. Like, I'd be like, oh, I have my ult, it makes me go faster. Like, I'm gonna ult to the objective. That being said, I did learn pretty quickly. I mean, I went from being god awful at the game, and I mean, now I'd consider myself pretty good, I hope. I mean, I don't know. Some of you probably think I'm the worst thing that's ever happened to Overwatch, but I don't care. But TLDR, I was very bad at Overwatch. But the good thing that you guys could take from that is a lot of you that are currently in, I don't know, bronze, silver, gold, whatever you may be, and you want to climb up, it's possible. I mean, I went from being so bad not knowing how to play an FPS to just, I think like a season and a half later, I hit master. So yeah, just keep trying and figure out what you play best, I guess, whether it's DPS, tank, or support. Fabi asks, what do you think about Overwatch chips? Do you like any? I like it, actually. I'm not like one of those people where it's like, shipping is stupid. But there is some that trigger me, honestly. Like, Junkrat makes me cringe. I don't know why. Just the thought of that makes me absolute cringe. Like, it's just, no. I don't want to see Junkrat shipped with anybody. Like, I just want him alone by himself. Same with Mei. Actually, you know what? They do deserve each other, because I don't think no, Mei's a nice girl. I don't know. I think Junkrat just deserves to be on his own until he sorts his life out. I I have to say, I don't know. I like Genji being shipped with like I think I do like Genji Mercy. I hate to say it, but yeah, I do like that ship. Um and a lot of people shipped Widow and Tracer, and not gonna lie, I kind of like that ship too. Oh my god. I don't know. I'm not a fan of the pharmacy ship, Fair Mercy, because one, it's annoying as hell to play against in comp, and two, I don't know. I just don't feel. I feel like that's more of like a business relationship rather than like a romantic one. You feel, but yeah. So and then I don't know who I'd ship Diva with because everybody's like, who would you ship Diva with? But like I don't know. Her standards. I have standards for her way too high. Like nobody has met those standards yet. Maybe I would say maybe her and like young soldier 76, but that's kind of weird because like he's like her dad, I guess. So I don't know. Whatever. Senpai Sammy asks, "Why do you like YouTube so much?" God, I love YouTube because not only do I feel like it's a way that I get to express something I love doing so much, but at the same time I've met so many people through YouTube and it's just streaming, and I'll have like 70 or 80 people watching me play Overwatch when I'm streaming, and it's like they're so interactive with me, and I just sit there, and while I'm doing something I love I get to talk to people, like sometimes 70, 80 people that are there to watch me play and talk with me about something that I just love. And I don't know, I just think that's so cool, and I never had an experience or an opportunity like that before YouTube where I could do something I love and have a bunch of people there that are wanting to watch me do what I love and talk to me about it. I'm so used to like in real life where I'll like go game and I'll be like, oh my god, like I'll invite a friend over and be like, oh my god, do you want to like hang out with me while I play Overwatch? And they'll be like, no. And now I have like all of you that want to hang out with me while I play Overwatch. So I don't know. I think that's like my favorite part of YouTube. I'm not quite sure how to pronounce the name of the next one. It might be Luck, it might be Luke, spelled weird. I'm not sure. But he asked, question one: what hero in Overwatch did you play first and why? My first hero was actually Bastion. I don't know. I just thought the little robot and the little beep boop sounds that he made was just so cute. And the little bird was like the icing on the cake. I'm like, all right, I need to play this little cute robot. Question two: if you can be voice acting one hero, what will it be? God, if I could voice act Diva, like that would just be, I don't know. I love Diva so much. Everything about her. I feel like I am Diva in a human form. Just everything between like the obsessive gaming and just like her personality and just everything about her. I really connect with her. And I just think it would be super cool to voice a character that, I don't know, I relate to. And I've actually had a lot of people tell me that my laugh or my giggle sounds like hers. So I think that'd be fitting. I don't know. I don't hear it or I don't see it or hear it or whatever. But yeah, that would be cool. And question three: can you play PvE Legendary with me? And the answer is yes, of course. La Hedgehog Gamer asks, do you want YouTube to be your full-time job? And if no, to number one, what do you want to do if YouTube flops? Or what do you want to do or if YouTube flops? I think about that sometimes, and I know that a lot of people ask me that. They're like, are you trying to do a full-time career with YouTube? Considering like I do get paid, not I wouldn't say I get paid a lot, but a lot of people ask me like, is that something that you're looking to do for a career? I don't think so. I just think it'd be kind of silly if I spent so much money in university and college and just doing all this stuff and stressing out over school and going to school for so long just to be like, all right, I'm gonna go do a career in YouTube now. So I think I'm definitely gonna keep my more realistic path open, but I definitely want to grow with YouTube, and I do want to do it as a job. Just I don't think I would give up everything that I have planned for my life for YouTube. But yeah, I definitely do want to do it as at least like a side job, and I'll always make videos no matter what. Alternate Gaming asks, who is your favorite YouTuber? That one I did kind of answer before. Yusa, definitely my favorite YouTuber, like hands down. I fangirl a little bit every time I see that he uploads a video. I'm just, oh, I love his content. I love his personality, just everything. Like, I love it. He's the whole reason why I did YouTube. So, definitely my favorite YouTuber. Cheeky Harry asks, how did you climb from Plat 1 season to Master the next? Was it a placement boost, good teammates, or a drastic improvement of your skill and game sense, or all of the above? This is actually a pretty good question. So, like I told you guys earlier, Overwatch was my first FPS, and I had no idea how to play. I didn't know how to aim, didn't have any game sense. Like, I remember people would make fun of me, and like my friends, but when I would play an Illy Crystal, and they actually started calling ults Illy ults. Like, when you had a really bad ult, they would call it an Illy ult. Like, because that's how bad I was with my ults. Like, I would ult to get from the spawn room to the objective with Zen to get there faster, and they would just be like, oh, you did an Illy ult. Like, that's how bad it was. And I'm actually like a pretty smart person, especially when it comes to like games and stuff, because I've played it all my life. It was just at first with Overwatch, it was just so new, like the whole FPS scene and everything like that. So I did get a lot better really fast, and I also had a lot of people in my first season tell me, oh, you're so bad at the game, like you're never gonna get anywhere. But that's typical of a girl gamer, to not be good at video games and all that. And I think that kind of fueled me to really start grinding. So I went from a kind of bad support main. I played just Lucio, Zenyatta, and I actually played a little bit of like Bastion, and that was really who I played, and I was god awful at the game. Like, oh my god, when I look back, I'm like, what was I doing? But then after I don't know, after I had a handful of people give me that whole like, oh, you're so shit at the game, like whatever type thing. I think it really hit me when one of my friends that I actually was friends with outside of the game didn't want to play with me, like quick play or comp or anything, because they thought it was that bad. So I just picked up DPS and I started playing Tracer, and I remember I grinded like 40 hours with Tracer in a very, very short amount of time, and I just learned how to play her, and I was so desperate to get better. And I started playing DPS, and I started climbing because I didn't have to rely on my team as much as a support main as you do as a DPS, because you kind of make or break the game. And played DPS for a while, and I started climbing, and then I realized that I'm really good at like tanks, like Zarya and Diva and all the tanks. So I guess it was a mix of everything I just mentioned, and I kind of found what I'm good at. You know, supports. Well, I'll play support to flex and fill if nobody else will go. I think tanks and Tracer as a DPS, and Pharah too, actually. But I feel like that they're really what I feel comfortable with, and I just didn't find that before. And also, as a side note, I would six stack with my friends, and I think we were all kind of bad. But yeah, that definitely doesn't help. So note to anybody, if you're trying to climb, do not six stack. Like, the second I stopped six stacking and I started solo queuing and duo queuing, oh my god, I skyrocketed. It is crazy. So six stack is fun, but if you're trying to climb, do not six stack. Space Doritos Online asked, if you could marry an Overwatch hero, who would you marry and why? If I'm allowed to be like homosexual marriage here, I would definitely marry Diva. Like, not because of like physical or sexual attraction, but just because I feel like her and I would be so similar, and it would just be like the best marriage friendship ever. Like, I know it's the weirdest thing on marriage friendship, but if I had to marry somebody like romantically, would you guys hate me if I said Genji? I don't know. I really like Genji. There's just something, I don't know, something about Genji. I don't know if it's like the cool like whole cyborg ninja thing he has going on or whatever it is. I love Genji. And another question by Space Dorito is, what was the first video game console you had? I think the very first one I ever had was an Atari, but I don't think that really counts because that was more of like my parents' console. But the first one that I had personally was a Nintendo 64. I'll include a picture of that. And it was like this super sick setup. Like, it had the whole like TV and like black lights, and it had like, you had to get a key to even open the little thingy. I don't know how to describe it, but I just remember the best thing ever. It was like, I was so in love with my Nintendo 64. The setup was sick, and Yeah, that was the first console that I actually on my own had, and I was so in love with it. It was Nintendo 64 will always be, I think, my favorite console, even to this day. Like just the games, I love it so much. It's Hydra asks, "What is your favorite ultimate in Overwatch?" This is a good one. I really like Zarya's Graviton Surge. Not the ult in itself, but the way that it's like able to be used in competitive. It's just if you get people in there and you combine it with another ult like a tracer pulse bomb or I don't know, anything, so many things you could combine it with. And it's just if you get enough people in there and you get the Mercy in there too, so she can't res, it's like a guaranteed team fight win, like a whole team wipe. Like it's just so good. But besides that, if you're talking about just the ult in itself, my favorite ult, I actually think it has to be Diva's ult. Only because a lot of people were like, oh, you just press triangle. But I think people that think you just press triangle for Diva ults are kind of like those Divas that sit there and ult when they're about to lose their mech and get no kills and are kind of like, oh, Diva's ult is only for clearing the point, not actually getting kills. I think if you're actually like skilled with Diva and you realize that the ult is so much more than that, then it's actually really fun. How I ult with Diva is I always like get in their backlines and I'm always like doing some really like sketchy shady shit. Like I'm always like in their backlines hiding and they have no idea I'm there, and then I just like drop it or like I chuck it in the air, and it's like I have like it's funny whenever I get play of the game, you just see me like lining up exactly how I'm gonna shoot it. And I don't know, I just think it's fun because it's not like an ult that you just like press triangle and yeah, you get kills for, like, I don't know, like Soldier's ult or something. It's like, I have so much fun just like lighting it up and waiting in their backlines lurking for like a perfect moment. I don't know why, it's so fun. Whenever I get the ult, I get like so excited. I'm like, yes. Nate Dogg asks, besides Diva, whose backstory is your favorite? I like how you said besides Diva because everybody knows I'm in love with Diva and everything about her, so obviously I'd pick that. But I would have to say, if I can't choose Diva, I really think the whole backstory with Hanzo and Genji, it's so interesting to me. Especially given the fact that they're brothers. And I don't know, to me, it's just crazy because when I think of my siblings, I'm so close to them. So, like, we're so attached. We're, like, best friends. So to think of, I don't know, just something like the story that Hanzo and Genji have as brothers is just crazy to me. I don't know, it's just the whole backstory it's crazy. And it's really interesting, too. Kurt Perry 1216 asks, do people wake up in the morning and decide to be dickheads on Overwatch? Example, the toxic player from one of your videos. You guys would actually not believe how much toxicity I get on Overwatch just for opening my mouth and being a girl. If it's not the whole, like, okay, here's the scenario that happens a lot. Say I'm solo queuing and I'm on Illy Crystal, which is usually like right at the brink of master, right? I keep that one usually around like 35. So a lot of times I'll solo queue and my team will all be like diamonds and I'll be the only master. And so many times people will be like, oh yes, we have a master on the team. We're about to get carried, boys. And then I hop on mic and I'm like, hey, what's up, guys? And then it gets all quiet and they're like, okay, you want to go Mercy? And it's like, wow, like people just think because you're a girl, you can't play games. Whatever. But that's like a mild version of it. I have so many people telling me like DC Traffic. That was, I guess, a more extreme one. But I've had so many people tell me like that I shouldn't be playing video games or to go kill myself because I'm a girl player. Like just stuff like that. Like you would not believe. So yeah, I guess a lot of people do wake up in the morning and decide to be dickheads. But at the same time, for every jerk on Overwatch, there's like 100 people that make the game so amazing. So yeah, I honestly, those people just whatever, just laugh at the toxicity and move on. Vic 2017 asks, who would you rather date if they're real people, Genji or Hanzo? Well, I completely love Genji and I think Hanzo is like awful. Like I don't know, I don't like Hanzo at all. I think he's ugly. And I think Genji's actually like I actually am attracted to Genji, but I don't know, I don't like Hanzo. I don't like anything about Hanzo at all. And I just think Genji's super cool. Like shurikens and sword over bow any day, and Genji's looks over Hanzo's any day. And yeah, I don't know. I just definitely Genji. He's definitely the cooler Shimada brother. Stormbird Chip asks, if you could be an Overwatch hero, who'd you be besides Diva? Fucking hell, all of you guys know me so well. Okay, who would I be? Honestly, I would love to be Zen because I just think he's so chill. He's so like, I don't know. I would just like to chuck balls in people's faces all day and and just, I don't know, chill out and experience tranquility. And oh god, now that I say that, he sounds like such a druggo, but nah, he's just so chill. And I just like the chill vibes. And I feel like I'd be that type of person that in the middle of like a huge war, I'd just be like, I dreamt I was a butterfly. Like, I don't know. I love Zen. He's so cool. Pager23 asks, when will you join the PC Master Race? I really, really, really want to join PC Master Race. I spoke about that earlier, about when I kind of have plans. I don't really have a set plan. Basically, just when I get enough money to invest in a gaming laptop, because they can be a little bit pricey. But hopefully soon, definitely, eventually. Just definitely something I want to do, if not for entertainment, to expand my YouTube. So it's definitely something I'll be doing in the future. Greg asks, what song do you think you'll play next on the flute? So for those of you that don't know, I do a flute series called the Pokey Flute series on my YouTube. And while I don't do it as much now as I used to, I basically play covers of music from video games or anime or Star Wars, stuff like that. My last one that I did, I think, was Dorado from Overwatch. Next one, I think I would do either another Overwatch one, like maybe the main Overwatch theme, or maybe another one from Skyrim, because I love the Skyrim soundtrack so much. Jackson Walsh asks, do you ever think you'll make it to top 500? Well, I have an evil plan that I'm going to play Overwatch in like 80 years when nobody plays it anymore, and I'll be like number one in the world because no one else will play it. No, but honestly, I don't know. I guess if you try hard enough, I just think I'm still learning who I really play well with, because I don't know. Usually when I like somebody, I'll like pick them up and I'll play them, and I'll play them so much that I get bored of them. And then I'll play somebody else and I'll be like, whoa, I really like this person. I'm actually pretty good with them right off the bat. And I do that so much to the point where it's like, I haven't really even gotten close to mastering like half the characters. Like I'll play somebody and I'll play them for so long, like how it was with Tracer. Like I just picked her up and I'm like, I love Tracer, and I just played her for so long that I never really got a chance to try other heroes like Diva at the time. And so then when I picked up Diva, I am still like exhausting her out. And then that's when I picked up Zarya. And I think once I find that character that I could really, 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 really grow with, which I feel like it is Diva, but I don't know. After this whole nerf stuff, it's just, life's hard, man. But I don't know. I think I just need to find my balance and stuff like that. And maybe one day I could be top 500. Black Ranger asks, can I love you? I laughed at this one for a good 5 minutes. You sure can. Rio Bella asks, who's your BFF asking for a friend? Well, Annabelle, anybody but you. Nah, you are, obviously. Mangaroni asks, what's your favorite Overwatch skin? Oh god, I really feel like Pharah has the best skins in the game, and I don't care if people argue with me on this, but I mean, her event skins, like her Halloween skin, her Christmas skin, come on, she has some really, really good skins. And I would have to say that Pharah's Christmas skin, or her Winter Wonderland, whatever skin you want to call it, is definitely my favorite skin in the entire game. There's something about, like, I don't know, I've just always liked ice and, like, crystals. Oh, no pun intended, crystal rain. But I don't know, and blue's my favorite color, and there's just something about that skin with like all the ice shards and crystal shards and everything like that. I don't know, I just really like it. La Loteria asks, what type of tacos do you like? I like me some good old steak tacos, with some guac and pico de gallo in it. And I said that so white, pico de gallo. It's like pico de gallo, or I don't know. But yeah, I like a bunch of stuff in my tacos. Lalo also asked, what is your favorite soccer/football team? I am a Manchester United girl all the way. And the final question is, what would you rate Corey in the house? I actually never watched Corey in the house. Really? I think I watched like one episode. I think that was like a little bit past my time. Okay, not past my time, but I think Corey in the house was a thing like right when I was getting over watching like that type of stuff. I don't know. I was more of like the kind of like generation right before, like Hannah Montana, That's So Raven, like that was all my stuff. But yeah, I don't know. So I can't really rate it because I never really played or watched or anything because I heard it's a video game. So yeah. Well, 45 minutes into answering questions and we're finally done. That was a lot of questions, but honestly, I'm so happy at how many people ask questions. And the questions, it's such a wide variety. I think there was only like 2 questions that were like a duplicate of each other. And I don't know, I just think it was a really awesome experience. And I'm really glad that you guys all asked questions. I hope you got the answers you were looking for. And you got to know me a little bit better. But I'm super hype of what's more to come. And even though I literally just hit 5,000 subscribers, I'm already a couple days later as I'm making this video, I'm almost at 5.5 thousand subscribers. So this growth is insane. I'm so hyped. And for those of you who are still watching this video 45 minutes into the video, I want to say thank you so much. Like, it's insane the support that you guys give me, and I feel so lucky, and I hope that I can make more content that you guys will absolutely love in the future. But regardless, I'm going to be making more Overwatch content. I'm going to be streaming other video games. And yeah, so I hope you guys enjoyed. And thank you so much to those of you who asked questions. And thank you so much to those of you who sat here for the entirety of this video. Okay, well, see ya. Peace.
2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I play easy mode, and I play to win. I love to die, and I like to BRB. All systems checked out. Group up with me. 2 to the 1, to the 1, to the 3. I'm here to party. GG. A giant gorilla can keep up with me? You can't be serious.